Hey everyone, and welcome to it. Today I am telling you about how I take notes on my iPad Pro. So if you don't know, I have the iPad Pro 2020 in the 11-inch, and I got it in March around when quarantine first started, so I didn't really have it much for the school year. And when I first got my iPad, this was like one of the #1 most requested videos was how do I take my notes, and I really wanted to make it last semester, but I really didn't take that many notes. So now this year I've been taking some, and I just wanted to show you how I do it, what apps I use, some of my favorite colors and things like that. So we're gonna go through all that today. If you want to watch any more of my iPad videos, I have so many more. I have a whole playlist dedicated just to my iPad because I've made so many iPad videos. So I will link that below for you all so you can go watch it, or I'll put it in a little card thingy right here right now. But first, before we get into the main bulk of this video, I really quickly want to talk about today's video sponsor. So I have actually been using the paper-like screen protector for pretty much the whole time I've had my iPad, and I will never ever go back to having without it. So if you're also trying to take more notes on your iPad but you kind of miss the old paper writing feeling, this is perfect for you. So one thing that I love about it is that when you're writing, not only does it feel like you're writing on paper, but it also sounds like it. And when you buy from Paperlike, you get not one protector, but you get two. It's definitely a good investment because I still have my extra one. I haven't even switched over, and I've had it on since maybe, what, like April, so it has lasted me a pretty good while because it's already September. I also still have not had to change my Apple Pencil tip yet either. It has not worn it down at all, so I think that is also very nice. I think my favorite part about it is that you get more control of your Apple Pencil when you're writing, drawing, sketching, everything. There is also a link to a video to show you how to apply your Paperlike protector, so if that's something that is concerning you, it shows you step by step how to do it. You can also head to the link in my description or in the pinned comment if you're interested in purchasing one. Okay, so here is my iPad. As I said, I have this case on it. It is from Amazon. I will link it below. I also just put the sticker on here today because I was just feeling it. Then I have my iPad with the Apple Pencil 2nd generation. And then my lock screen is actually something that I made. It's like one of my favorite quotes ever, so I also have added this to my website, so I will link that below for you as well. I also do have the Magic Keyboard, but I really don't use it that often. I also just did a whole What's on My iPad video, and that's pretty recent, so go watch that if you're wondering about everything else. But for now, I will show you. I have actually been using Notability over GoodNotes. For me, Notability, honestly, I just am more of an organized person, and Notability's organization is a lot more, like, I don't know, attractive to me rather than GoodNotes, so I have everything set up in Notability. So basically I have everything over here in the side, and then I have it going into like little drop downs like that. So the way that I did that was I hit plus, add subject, adds like the little dot, but then if you say add divider, that adds this, so I could say like, I don't know, video. And then if I add a subject, and then move that onto that divider, so then it'll close up like that. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, I haven't had to take many notes, so if I go to fall 2020 semester, I have all my classes, and right now only my entrepreneurship class has been like actually doing lectures and notes and stuff, and the other ones just haven't had much yet. So also I used like the little font app and got like the font keyboard onto my iPad, watched my iPad customization to figure out how to do that, and so then I made the like titles of the folders fancy font just to, I don't know, add some spice, I guess. So here is my first day of notes. This was like in-person class. I had no idea how I wanted to organize my notes or anything, so it's a little hectic, and I'm sorry about that. I feel like the first time you take notes, they're not going to be perfect, they're not going to be pretty, because you're just trying to figure out how to do things, and you just can't figure it out all on the spot, I guess. So first I will show you how I have things kind of formatted. So I liked to make my own colors, so you can actually, obviously, like here's the colors that they give you, but then you could add your own by clicking the plus and then feeling around and finding what you like and hitting check, or you could find the color hex code number by maybe going to just looking up hex color numbers and finding like a color palette and then individually typing in the hex code if you're into that. So I kind of just put some colors that I thought were cute and might look good together. Then I have been switching between monoline and normal brush. Lately I've been liking the normal brush, and then on this side. So with monoline, no matter how much pressure you put on your pen, it's going to be the same, but with the brush, you can make it thicker depending on how much pressure you have. Like, you see what I'm saying? So I like to have that one, and then with that. And then for highlighters, it has the same colors for me, which is nice, and then I like to have the monoline on the highlighter. So like, and then I like to do whatever color that was. And then just kind of like that. That's how I've liked to do my titles lately. And then with the paper settings, I have had mine on the kind of like the bullet journal dots. I'm thinking about maybe switching to grid. I feel like that might make it look a little bit more college note-like, I don't know. So there's like small size, big, bigger. If I go into my settings down here on notability, the theme I have it on is light, but you could do dark blue. I liked it on light. Oh, and they even have some cute little ones you could buy. That's nice. And then you can also choose the default paper on everything and change like the color of the default paper that you want it. I like to have mine on white. And then you can also have it turn off, include the date or time. Okay, also one thing that people have been asking me about a lot was how I do the split screen. This is something that I do a lot during lectures. If the professor lets us have the slides of the PowerPoint, I will pull it up right next to my notes so that I can also look at that during the lecture. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. First, you need to open up whatever apps you're going to be using and just have them down here. So next I'm going to open up my notability, open up a new note because I'm going to take some notes, then just slightly slide up so that this little bar comes up, and then I'm going to press and hold on canvas, drag it so it does that. So then I can pull up the PowerPoint slides over whatever we're talking about and take notes over it while it's right there and the teacher is lecturing. So that if I ever get like confused and want to like go back on a slide, it's right there. So this is also handy for if you have to like watch a YouTube video and take notes or like something like that. It's just something that I really like to utilize. Okay, so back to my notes. So I like to title all of my notes like that with like the chapter 1 and then the name of it. If the teacher has given me that, then I like to kind of just go as I go, I guess. Like in the middle of a lecture, I obviously don't really know what's going to come next, so I can't like plan out how I'm going to have it. So this is kind of how I've been formatting it. I kind of do it different every time, honestly, but I like to play around with the titles and do fun little things, highlight bigger quotes like that, and do like bullet points every other color. This day, these so far are my best notes right here. So I had a quote, I put it in a little box. You can actually make, if you take your thing and press and hold, you can make perfect lines and like adjust them. So that is how I did that with the like box up here, if you see what I'm saying. So my favorite way to do a title, like I kind of showed you, was to write it out and then highlight it in the same color with that technique that I just showed you, where if you press and hold and like wait, it'll correct itself to be perfect. So that's how I do my titles. And then I like to just keep one color scheme pretty much and use the same colors all on this little palette to make it all flow together. So again, titles and then bullet points under it. Very nice. Bigger titles again, same thing. So like right here, there were 3 types of strategies, so I wrote those out and wanted to make them stand out, so I wrote a little bubble around it. Yeah, I've just been playing around with all my titles. So here's one that I thought was fun. I wrote the fear factor, but like wrote fear in all the pretty different colors. And yeah, so I haven't had the opportunity to add any pictures in yet because it's not really like, this is an entrepreneurship class. It's not like a nursing class where you have all these diagrams that you need to memorize and stuff. So I don't really have the opportunity to add cool little pictures, which makes me sad because I feel like those always make notes look so much cooler. But in the end, obviously, it's not about how aesthetic your notes are, it's if you're learning the information. So that is pretty much how I have been taking notes. I literally just use my own handwriting and play around with the colors. So that's just been my favorite part, is being able to change the colors how I want them to be. Speaking of that, if you have any other techniques or things that you think I should try, leave those in the comments. Or if you have any good videos that you think I should watch to learn how to make my notes prettier or anything, leave those down below for me too. So please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here in my little community, and go watch all my other iPad videos. Like and comment on this video so it can reach more people and help them out too. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.